Okay, we have one, Inchi from BFM. Any plans for Bersih to advocate the enactment of anti-party hopping law at the state level, as several states have yet to enact the law, even though their state elections are around the corner? So maybe we can do that one first before we go to the next question. Who would like to? Okay, Thomas, take it.
Okay. We have all along advocate for the state level. So any of the reforms that we advocate, we usually would also include recommendation for state level enactment as well, or amendment to the law. So we are following closely those states that are still dragging their feet over this matter. And we want to just once again renew our urging for these states to enact their law if they have not done so. I think especially Sabah is of great concern. As you can see, even after the general election, there have been some political maneuvers among partners who are at federal level to try to displace each other as the chief minister of the state. So this situation will continue in Sabah if they do not enact state level anti-hopping law. I think the negative effect of party hopping is political instability. Political instability means people's lack of confidence in the government of the day, whoever it is, because policies are uncertain. With the change of government, there's a change of direction, change of vision, direction. So investors or businesses who wants to set up businesses in these states will think twice about investing in states like that. So we urge all states to just fulfill their part.
Okay, thank you, Thomas. We have another question from Amar from The Vibes. What is Bersih's hopes for the current government of 2023? There are already concerns over the possibility of Najib being pardoned and Zahid's charges being dropped or reduced. Also, I think this segues into the next question from Facebook, which is, what are Bersih's plans for this next year? What reforms would you like to focus on? From Ravina from Malaysia Kini.
All right. Yeah. So, you know, the last time when Pakatan formed government in 2018, their expectation and everybody's expectation is that they would have a full 5 years term to reform, bring about some of the important institutional reform. But of course, we knew in the end they only had 22 months. Now, the concern this time still is valid simply because apart from the anti-hopping law, political situation is still pretty much status quo as per GE14. So, which means that there is that possibility also that this government may not last. And that's why all the political maneuvering by their partners to getting Najib pardoned and charges against the Deputy Prime Minister Zahid's drop, things like all these are speculation and behind the scenes maneuver. What we are calling for is really that this government put into place reforms that not only bring about political stability for the long term, but also in this reform, for example, parliamentary reform, by allowing parliamentarians, both government backbenchers and also the opposition, to play a more active and meaningful role, their respective role, I think will take away some of the pressure for a change of government, because if they know that they can influence or they can have their voice heard in parliament, then there is less of a chance for them to be impatient. Even a simple thing like constituency development fund, which is really a very, very low-hanging fruit. You know, I mean, it is the discretion of the Prime Minister right now, but it should be law. But even as a matter of discretion, the Prime Minister should give it to the opposition so that they have the resources needed to run their constituency and serve the people who elected them. Now, many people think that CDF is a blank check. These people are really corrupt and all this talk. But no, there are built-in check and balances. This issued by the ICU, Implementation and Coordination Unit of the Prime Minister. Every allocation that they want to give out has to be approved. So I think this is something that, as a matter of Malaysia Madani and goodwill, it should be given, because this would strengthen the stability of the government itself. So we like to see low-hanging fruit reforms such as CDF, such as political financing act being enacted, and also the separation of the power of the public prosecutor from the Attorney General, because this is often the function that is allegedly used to punish opposition. So any investigation or any charging of opposition, even for valid reason, they will use this as a escape to say that, see, this government is cruel. See, this government is using the Attorney General to prosecute us. But if this is separated, then this would, I think, assure the public and also the opposition that any charges brought are based on the case, the merit of the case itself. Yeah, so we like to see the reforms taking place as soon as possible, especially the low-hanging fruits.